Well, welcome everybody. This is Les with Rudimental Gardening. So I have a dilemma here, and I would really appreciate some feedback from some of you experienced gardeners out there, and especially if you have experienced herbicide damage in your home garden, backyard garden, residential garden, whatever you want to call it. I have had, when I started my garden here this season, I did start from seed, grew them under grow lights, transplanted them out into grow bags. I just about always grow in grow bags these days. And as they started growing after transplanting, started out fine, they looked healthy, and then as they started to mature, I'm starting to see some telltale signs that maybe I have herbicide situation. So I'm going to show you some examples of what I'm talking about, and I'm going to talk about what I used in my soil mix and as mulch, and then we'll just go from there. Alright, so I got peppers and tomatoes here and some root crops down here, but I want to start with the peppers and tomatoes. And you can see this cupping on these peppers, and I first noticed it on the pepper plants. They exemplified these traits first, and you can see, I think this is pretty typical of herbicide damage. Some of that bubbling edema kind of look. Here's some more. I think that's pretty typical of herbicide damage, and it's not just this plant. Look over here, here's another one, and it just pretty much has the same stuff. Those are both big Bertha peppers there. This is a big red pepper, and this one is even more suspicious because when I first looked at this, I thought this was pest damage. This is actually, to me, now that I've looked at it so many times, it actually grew like this. So you got these deformed leaves. Look at this leaf. It's just funky looking. And I've never encountered this before. I've been growing gardens for 15 plus years, and have pretty much used the same products almost every season as well. And see how this one is deformed like that. Anyway, that's pretty much how it is on all my peppers. Now, that being said, I am getting flowers. The growth doesn't seem to be stunted like I've read about. I can't say that I'm getting peppers or tomatoes at this point, and that's another sign that I think goes along with what I'm seeing. Here's another pepper. This is Aconcagua pepper, I think is how you say it. Look at this leaf here. Now it's grown like that, and they're cupped. Some are cupped up, some are cupped down. A weird formed leaf. Do have a little bit of chewing on here. This guy, I think it's pretty much looking like that's what I have here. This is a pepperoncini pepper. It looks decent, but it still has some of that weird look to it. It actually has a couple of peppers down here too. So, I've been waiting. I suspected this about a week ago, and I've just been waiting to see how these form, because the newer growth is typically where you see the most obvious stuff, and that's kind of what I'm seeing. The old growth looks typical, like you would think it would look, right? On my tomato plant, this is a Roma tomato, and it's a good size, and I've actually started to get some flowers. I have not had any fruit, which is kind of weird on a plant this size, but look at these leaves. The leaves on the newer growth are just funky looking as well. These guys in here, they're kind of curled up. And these leaves over here, I mean, I just really think there is some sort of herbicide issue, some kind of contamination across my plants here. Here is another Roma tomato, and it's got some of that bubbling in the leaves on the little bit of the older growth. I mean, on the semi-new growth, I guess. This would be the older growth. We are starting to get flowers, but there's no fruit. So that's the way it is up and down my garden here. And I got a few more down there, but the same thing is occurring. So I need some feedback from you guys, especially if you've encountered this, if that is kind of typical. Now, as you can see, I do have this finely cut straw. Easy straw is usually what I get in my bags. So I know straw can carry that grazon or aminopyralid compounds with it and cause this. So that is a possibility. One definitive thing I can say is over here on my patio, I have some herbs growing. Here's some thyme, and it doesn't have the straw in it. It looks fine. Here's some sage. It does have the straw in it, but it looks fine. Okay, what this soil doesn't have, here's a basil. It has straw. It looks good. I just pruned some of this off this morning. My parsley doesn't have straw. It looks good. And we've been cutting off of those and using them. What these herb pots don't have, that this grow bag garden does have, is composted cow manure in the soil mix. Now, I've been using composted cow manure for the last 15 years. Have never had a problem. Knowing this could be an issue at some point, I was pretty confident with the source that I got mine from. It's kind of disappointing to think that that is the culprit, but I gotta believe it's just kind of pointing to that. And if it is, in fact, this composted cow manure, I used it with my onions and my carrots and my beets, and down here with everything else, the beans. So now I'm not sure how the beans would look. They just started getting their second pair of leaves and stuff, so I don't know if these leaves look abnormal or not, but the first leaves look okay. Here's a banana pepper, and it's got some peppers on there already. It was growing in the same soil mix. So, I'm trying to be as definitive as I can. I don't want it to be that, but I just have a feeling it is that. And if it is, I'm just going to pull all the plants and I'm throwing everything out. The grow bag with the soil, I'm just going to put it out by the curb and bulk trash can take it away. I got some more grow bags. I'll have to buy some new ones to catch up, and I probably wouldn't have all this in here, but I think sometimes you just got to make a decision. I don't think I'm comfortable trying to eat fruit off of these plants if I think there could be herbicide damage. So that's my dilemma, and I really would like some feedback from you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe. Share this with other people that maybe that had this same problem, and tell them to comment on this as well. I appreciate your feedback. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.